we can cross live now to our correspondent Ketevan Gorjestani, who's in Washington. Ketevan, women in the US, of course, have had a guaranteed right to abortion for almost half a century, thanks to the landmark 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling. What does this latest ruling by the federal judge do to protect this?
Well, basically what this federal judge in Texas has done is granting the Biden administration its request to temporarily block the enforcement of that controversial Texas abortion ban, that basically limited the opportunity to get an abortion to under 6 weeks, which is before most women know that they are pregnant. So the federal judge didn't rule really on the law. It simply granted the Biden administration that temporary suspension while the Biden administration sues Texas over that lawsuit from the Biden administration, from the Justice Department, arguing that that law known as SB 8 is unconstitutional because it prevents women from that constitutional right to have an abortion. What that means and what the suspension means technically is that this district judge has ordered Texas courts to not take up any lawsuit based on that abortion law in Texas. So if you remember, the way this law has been built is it's not up to law enforcement to make sure that nobody violates the abortion ban. It's up to any U.S. citizens who can actually take up a lawsuit against someone who has participated in providing that abortion. So what this district judge did is prevent Texas courts from taking up any lawsuits based on that Texas SB 8 law. This, of course, is very likely going to be taken up by the Texas state, and that will be challenged in the federal appeals court. That challenge, obviously, if it doesn't go the way of the federal district judge or of the Biden administration, that could also be challenged, and then that would go up to the Supreme Court, which is pretty much what the origin of this law and what the supporters of that Texas law really want in the end is for that law to make it up to the Supreme Court so that the Supreme Court, with its conservative majority, can possibly rule on a question of granting abortion to women in the state and how restrictive states can make laws regarding abortion.
Thank you, Ketevan Gorjestani in Washington, and we'll continue to follow that as it progresses through the US courts.